is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside me, we've got our whole panel here. Welcoming back Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi, and Brian Cohn, our reverse mortgage guy.
It's going to be a good day with your favorite song opened up, man.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So good morning, everyone out there.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Brian, how you doing over there, man? You know, we'd love having you, Brian. Last time you were on talking about reverse mortgages, phones lit up, tons of information. Reverse mortgage, boy, talk about the knowledge you need to get behind you on a reverse mortgage. We're going to talk all about it today if your folks are up there in the retirement age.
Yeah, but I want to make sure people know that this is not the reverse mortgage of 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole different program. I listened to the show. This is before I could talk, and everybody was lucky because I couldn't talk.
I disagree.
I heard the show.
You.
I heard the show, and I heard people calling in saying that, they wouldn't do a reverse mortgage. Listen, I wouldn't do a reverse mortgage 9, 10, 11 years ago, and I wouldn't bring it into the company now if I didn't think it was a worthwhile product for people. It's a whole different product. So everybody out there listening, if you did a reverse mortgage back in the day, I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for you. That's your deal. Whatever you entered into, if you didn't get an attorney involved and you didn't get proper counsel, that's your problem. I don't know how to say it any other way. It's different now.
Yeah, I was driving to the show, and Colin, right when I saw you, I was thinking, I'm like, what am I going to say? If someone calls up and tries to get mouthy with Conan, it's like Harry said, if you did a reverse mortgage 10 years ago, they weren't good products, man. I mean, they really weren't, and there's so much regulation now. There's really no difference. And just to explain to the listeners, a reverse mortgage, when you've got equity in your house, you can pull money out and not make a payment on it. And really, there's no difference than if your house is free and clear than taking a lump sum cash out and making payments on it versus taking a lump sum cash out and not making payments on it. Either way, the biggest downfall is your heirs aren't, they're not going to get as much money.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game now. They've added a lot of safeguards that go with the product. The big thing now is they've given you a line of credit that you can use that grows year over year and year over year to make it a retirement tool and not a loan of last resort. The safeguards that have been added into it, plus the biggest thing is they're not nearly as fee heavy as they have been in the past. Because of that, it's a much better deal. It's more of a tool and not a loan of last resort. So that is the biggest key now. If you are over the age of 62, if you do own a home, whether it's the right product or not for you, you should call up a reverse mortgage guy and find out how it would benefit you to see if it is a product that works for you.
And I would not allow that product to be in our company if I didn't think it was a good product. We didn't do subprime loans. Everybody was doing subprime loans. We didn't do negative AM, super fund, Happy Meal, ARMs, and everybody was doing those.
There are multiple products that Harry has shot down that we've asked for because he said we're not going to do them. That's not the kind of firm we are, and we're not going to do those.
I had a guy. His name might have been Harvey Freed. 17 years ago, come into my office and say, "Hey, everybody's doing these subprime loans. We should do it. I'm losing a lot of money by not doing it." I said, you might have to go work somewhere else because we're not doing subprime loans.
It's funny about all those loans here. And again, whether it was the ARMs that went out of style, the interest only that put people in trouble, those families lost their homes. It's all the knowledge that people aren't getting. And again, we're back to those times again. It's real scary. Hey, if you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. What's scary out there is not only have we seen some of the same faces that were in trouble who left the industry, now they're back. The same lack of knowledge is out there. People are still selling this interest rate. Oh, I've got the lowest rate. Forget about that, folks. You better get some knowledge behind you about the purchase you're about to make in regards to the quality of the house, the inspections that are required, what it takes to close in a timely manner, and really get some negotiation. Understand all the facets of the transaction, not just shopping some 8%. As we know, mortgage rates are locked in for a certain time. And if your rate is promised to you and you don't close, you're extending it 2 months later, 3 months later. I'm getting the phone calls from families that were talking about shopping me. They're coming back and saying, you know what, Harvey, let's take care of that. Let's get that house refinanced. I want to get my financial house in order. That's what we do here on the show. 248-539-9797. Tons of information to share with you. Again, this is the Hardcore Mortgage Show, and we've got great news for our show. Although this is our last show for 2015, we are back for 2016. 16. So we will be parting ways just for a couple weeks. And
What day
back.
are we coming back?
We're
in
coming January
2016?
9th.
We went for the 9th.
Yep, shooting for January 9th. So, again, we'll have lots to talk about in the world of mortgages as the Fed's supposed to meet, obviously, this week. So, tons of information to share with you. And wanted to throw out there also, if you need that approval letter, we have an office full of people this morning. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. The key is to get the approval letter in hand. We can run you through. The files can be run through this morning. We have always underwriters on staff that can get your transaction closed quickly. Be sure to call us here, 248-539-9797.
Well, we got a couple things, Alex. You want to talk about the crazy letter that you got in the mail?
Oh, we can jump into that. Yeah, one of the things that I focus mainly on purchase business. I think it's people. It's the long term key to success in this industry. Especially if you work in it. I mean, people are always going to be buying homes. If rates go to 7%, you're not going to see as much refinance business. And a lot of these large conglomerate construction companies, they have their own in-house lender. And a lot of people, when you're building a house, you're so excited about picking out the colors of the kitchen and the countertops. Now that they just sign away. And a few weeks ago, I brought one of the pages of the contract in. Said if you switch lenders within 30 days of closing, you pay $2,500 if you don't use their in-house lender. So they could say anything they want. Rates.
Well, first of all, I will say that's illegal. You can't do that. You cannot penalize somebody for not using a lender of their choice.
HT, it's in. I mean, I brought it in.
It's a regulation. You cannot penalize somebody.
Yeah,
and it seems more and more. Not only large lenders like the one that starts with a P and ends in an E, but there's also small builders. Small builders that have a list of what they call preferred lenders. Now, I don't have a problem because we're on preferred lender lists all the time. The however is where the builder makes a mistake and says, you have to use one of these lenders or we're going to penalize you.
Yeah. We won't give you X.
And then they'll send out some kind of threatening letter that scares the heck out of the homeowner, so they call up our office crying.
So, Alex, you got a builder that talked them into something here?
They were saying if you switch lenders within 30 days of closing from their from their in-house lending company, they pay a fine of $2,500. Which you can't do that. But dude, honestly, regular people that don't work in the industry, they don't know that. I mean, this is a girl who's friends with the girl that I went to high school with. I'm 37 years old. I've known this girl since I was 10. So it's a friend of a friend. She's a super nice girl. This letter again, dear Jill. That's not her name, but. They were purchasing homelessness, blah, blah, blah. Skip this. You've elected to secure financing with Capital Mortgage Funding. Using an outside lender usually leads to unexpected delays in closing.
Usually. Right.
Okay. By the way, it's closing the 23rd. It's already clear to close. It's already set.
That's because they're not good at what they do.
And then the font changes and it goes to all caps. This letter is a reminder that if your closing date is on 12/23/15, you are contractually obligated to close on the above reference date. Failing to close on the scheduled closing date will result in a $200 daily late fee. So
what happens if their lender doesn't close on that day?
Hold on, that's where I'm going. Okay, that's where I'm going with this. So first of all, client calls me in tears. Why did I get this letter? Did something happen? All this letter's done is taken the joy of having a brand new house out of the entire transaction.
No doubt.
Here's my thought. Okay, what if your stupid ass builder? What if your stupid ass carpenter? He's sick, or the ground's too cold. You can't lay sod.
Or they put the wrong granite in.
And you don't close the 23rd. What happens then? What if you're not ready to close?
Well, and plus,
you pay my client $200 a day.
Well, they're not going to get a letter from Capital Mortgage Funding saying, "Dear homeowner, your contractor didn't show up. Therefore,
dear
we don't do stuff like that."
No,
my whole point is, they should just stay in their swimming lane. They should build a house. We compliment them. Yeah,
they barely could build a good house a couple of years ago.
They should build a house. We compliment them. Oh yeah, they're a great builder, starting with a P and ending with an E.
Oh, yeah.
You're a good builder, and guess what? You build a lot of houses. Well, guess what? We do a lot of loans.
And by the way,
we've done a lot of loans for the last 25 years.
And by the way, I gave my client, because it's no longer your client, because you suck after this stupid letter.
Right.
I gave my client the exact same quote you did, only with no PMI. And it's the loan's only $390,000. So PMI on that's probably $290 a month.
There's a lesson. Seek professional. Thank you. Seek professional mortgage bankers like Capital Mortgage. Save money on your mortgage. Get it done and enjoy the experience.
HT, you said stay in your lane. Okay,
stay in your lane.
I'm a mortgage guy. I'm not going to walk into your construction, whatever it's called, the construction scene, or it's a crime scene, construction site,
construction site,
and start telling you
you've been out there a long time.
How to put up beams or
The eaves and the
whatever the
troughs?
hell you do.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll
Nice.
I'll have the money on December 23rd. I'm not telling you how to finish your house.
All right, we're up against our first break. Tons of calls to get to. We're going to get to your call, Steve. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Detroit Titans men's basketball hosts Military Appreciation Day December 19th at 1. Free tickets to all veterans and a friend with an official ID. Here's Coach McCallum.
This is a great time of the year to honor all the veterans that have given us the opportunity to play the game we love.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Come in.
Hey, Santa, you know how Carl's Golfland is always such tough competition for the Christmas gift market?
Yes.
Well, this year, Golfland's fruitcake, because we got the club to beat 'em, made with special North Pole composite materials.
Graphite, titanium.
Even better, candy canium.
Looks like a giant candy cane to me.
See, that's the beauty of it. The whole club is one giant sweet spot.
You really think people will ask for these over all the name brand clubs, clothes, and accessories at Carl's? You know they've got Callaway, TaylorMade.
Yeah. Titleist, Cleveland, Mizuno, Ping, yada, yada, yada. But they don't have candy canium clubs. I'm telling you, people will eat them up. So what do you think, Santa?
I think you need to get a grip.
A grip! I knew it was missing something. You're a genius. You know, that's why you're the big guy.
Carl's Golfland. Everything a golfer could ever hope for.
Happy holidays from Carl's Golfland, Bloomfield Hills, and Plymouth at St. John's.
Now from AT&T, you can get unlimited talk, text, and data usage with the first 1.5 gigabytes at high speed for $40 per month after a $5 autofill discount. And that's all on AT&T's network with the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal. No annual contract, no credit check. With AT&T GoPhone, get unlimited talk, text, and data usage with the first 1.5 gigabytes at high speed for $40 a month after a $5 autofill discount on AT&T's network with the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal. With no annual contract and no credit check. Spend more time keeping in touch and less time worrying about your monthly usage. Plus, you can get a 4G LTE smartphone starting at $39.99. Go to att.com/GoPhone or visit your local AT&T store today. AT&T, mobilizing your world. First payment is $45. $5 discount applied to monthly rate plan charge upon enrollment and auto refill. After first 1.5 gigabytes, data speed reduces up to 120 kilobytes per second for the rest of your 30-day term. Compatible device required. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Next Radio presents Live FM Radio versus buffering.
Oh, this will be awesome. Come on, you big stud.
And they're off. Miro takes it.
This is Live with my Next Radio app I downloaded today.
No, really, stop. I'm not there yet. I'm still hearing the announcers babbling on about the track conditions.
Go, 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 go! All right! Winner, time for dinner! Woohoo!
Yay.
Don't let live pass you by. Get the Next Radio app now. It's your favorite local FM stations over the air. No stream required. And when the data network goes down, you can still listen, no problem. Don't miss your favorite sporting events, music, news, whatever. Live as it happens.
Yeah. Great.
Skip the skip buffering and get the free Next Radio app today.
Next Radio.
Geico applauds your inner park ranger.
Mother Nature appreciates the part of you that knows the difference between the red-bellied and the three-toed woodpecker. Geico also has specialized agents who admire your gusto for the great outdoors. Agents who help with more than just car insurance. These Geico agents can insure the RV that will take you and the whole family cross-country. The RV that makes National Forest synonymous with happy place. So what are you waiting for? 180 types of woodpeckers are ready to be identified.
Geico for your RV. See how much you could save.
This Christmas, you have just one special wish, her hand in marriage. But before you ask, come to Jared, where you can create a one-of-a-kind engagement ring just for her. Choose from thousands of diamonds and hundreds of settings, and receive Get Set in Diamonds rewards up to $1,000 toward a beautiful setting when you purchase your diamond at Jared. This Friday through Monday only, so don't miss your chance to save. Because the one piece of jewelry she'll wear forever is waiting for you at Jared.
Patriots, Texans. Sunday night football coverage begins at 7:30 on your home for the NFL on Westwood One, 97.1, The Ticket.
All right, welcome back to the show. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. We're in our 16th season. We're going to be back next year. Welcome aboard. 248-539-9797. We're taking all your calls. Of course, we are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Oh, just get that mic up here. There you go.
Where am I at now?
There you go.
So things that haven't changed in 25 years, appraisals. You're still going to have people bringing appraised properties in low, right? That hasn't changed. Rude people, right? Rude people, when you call them up like a builder, a realtor, and you're trying to be a human being, they're rude.
Yeah, that's not changing.
Okay, and rates. Okay? Rates dominate the conversation.
They go up, they go down, they stay the same?
They go up, down, stay the same. There's only three things they can do. But the however is they're going to go up. All right, that's a fact. As we sit here today, they're not going down to zero. I've said it for 5 years.
Hey, you know, Harry, we've got some calls that are coming in, and this show is flying by because whenever we have tons of information, we have tons of calls. Hey, let's go out to Jim in New Boston. Jim, welcome to the show. Good morning. Hey,
Good morning,
Jim.
gentlemen.
What's up, man?
Jim.
I was just calling in today because I called you guys back in October, and I was the caller that had the lawsuit pending. And nobody would touch our loan, even though we had a 760 mean credit score.
Was there a mold issue in the house?
We were getting to the point where we thought we were going to lose our house.
Okay.
And I just want to let the people out there that are listening know that Capital Mortgage Funding came through for me.
Wow, Jim, that's great.
We closed on the 30th. And not only did we close, but we were able to avoid PMI, lowering our payment about $150 a month. And my wife and I are very grateful to Capital Mortgage Funding for all the work that they've done for us.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
James, thanks a lot for the call. That's a great call. Appreciate that.
After all these years, Jim, this is our idea. You give us a phone call, you save money on your mortgage, and get it done the right way. Jim, I knew that you had an experience where you had gone to some other lenders. Wasn't there one or two different lenders that said no to you?
That was 9 different lenders that said no to us. I was to the point where I was going to give up, and I reached out to the show. It was just on a whim, and
Jim,
you pretty much told me that if you couldn't do it for me, nobody could, and you were right.
Jim, was there a mold issue in the house or something? I'm going from memory.
What happened was the house that we sold, it ended up alleged mold issue, and it was inside the wall where nobody could see it, I guess, and the buyers of the house ended up turning around and suing us for something we never knew about. So
see, I remember.
That's what held up the transaction, for the new house.
Right.
But like I said, you guys rolled up your sleeves, went at it, and you got the job done, and I can't say enough for it.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that a lot, man. I appreciate
Did your buyers get a home inspection done prior to when they bought?
They did, and there was an FHA inspector that came out. The house had been inspected like 4 times, before the transaction was completed. So there was no way of knowing that was in the wall. And it's unfortunate. It's a pending, litigation, so it's kind of,
they'll get it cleaned up.
Now.
Yeah, mold can be cleaned up, and we live in Michigan. Hey, Jim, it's an awesome call, and we're really happy to hear that you got in the house and your family can move forward. So good luck to you guys, and we'll stay in touch with you.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jim. Thank you.
Happy holidays. 248-539-9797. Let's roll out to Steve in Monroe. We got tons to cover. Hey, Steve, good morning. Welcome to our show.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Morning,
today?
sir.
Steve, what's up?
Steve.
Well, we bought our house in Monroe just before the bubble burst, November of 06. It was a classic subprime 80-20. Nothing down, proof of income loan. Our 80% loan, $118,000, is an ARM. It was locked for 7 years, 10 years interest only. That 10-year interest only will expire this December. Next December, in a year. The house originally appraised at $153. We bought at $145. There's now still obviously close to $140 on the principal on the note. I'm afraid nobody will touch the house because of the current valuation.
Well, first, it's not a subprime loan. I mean, it's a conventional product that you're on. It's just interest only and zero down. So, to be honest, it's not a terrible product. The issue with those interest onlys is that it's interest only for 10 years.
Well,
I'm going to say this. It reverts to a 20-year amortization, so your payment's going to jump up.
I'm going to say it's a terrible product because he's been in the house 10 years, and how much does he pay down on the first mortgage?
Well, that's it. That was his decision, though. Steve, no one says make the minimum payment. I mean, you could have paid more on that. I mean, and it should have been explained to you.
But people don't pay more.
But it should have been explained to you that. Go ahead, buddy.
Right.
I was
going to say we did not do that. Now, I don't know how much in another year the price is going to go up on that original loan.
Probably about $250 a month on the first mortgage.
That's not so bad.
So it's not going to kill you, and it's you're going to start paying the principal down. I mean, you've enjoyed 10 years of interest only payments. I mean, you're not going to lose the house. It's not a balloon note coming due. You know what? The rate probably right now has got to be in the twos, right?
Oh yeah, when it unlocked after 7 years, it was wonderful. Our payment went down $400 a month. We were locked in at 6 5/8.
So now now it's going to go back up. I mean, what I'd like to do is see if it's backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Maybe I can do it.
It is not.
It is not. So
you might be able to add the two loans together if the equity position's there this spring. I mean, you don't know. Maybe values go up a little bit. Again, you can add those two loans together because it was purchase money when you got the first and the second mortgage. Steve, it's a good call because I think we can reach out to you after the show and see if we can run some numbers for you and get you a better mortgage for sure.
You're not in bad shape, Steve, but I'm going to call after the show, and we'll talk about it a little bit in more detail, and we can go from there.
I appreciate
you. Got it. Thank you, sir. Take care, man.
All right. Hey, that's what we do.
You sounded like Harry on that one. I got a little bit of Alex in me because his payment was going down on adjustments.
Right.
And instead of paying the same thing or more, what did he do, Alex?
He spent it on whatever.
And he paid the lower payment.
Yeah,
so here he is sitting here 10 years later, and I don't understand this. We talk about it all the time. You take out a loan of, say, $100,000, and in 10 years,
you owe $100,000.
The balance is still what?
That's not a good loan. I don't want that loan.
The problem is the second. Because the second probably is still hanging out there, and the second is what's going to prevent him from possibly refinancing.
There's a lot of problems.
Here's the thing with
I'm angry.
Don't be angry. Here's the thing. Like, it's holiday time.
It's a normal emotion,
time.
Harry. We'll get to that later.
I'm angry.
Here's the thing. I ran into my math tutor from high school last night. We were talking about, out of all things to teach you in high school, they don't teach you how to get a student loan. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach you, the compound interest, on a credit card. But I can solve for X now.
You tell them congratulations.
Yeah, I'm like Rosetta, thank you so much. This is great. Out of all the things that I've learned. Where I was going with that, those interest only mortgages, people these conglomerate chop shops, like, oh, your payment, you can save $500 a month.
They sold it as a mainstream product.
Yeah, exactly.
When it should only be used with people that
they truly understand
and that are going to pay it down. So you can borrow at the lowest cost of funds, interest only, but you should add $500, $600, $700 onto the payment.
So, like when you get your credit card statement, it's at the bottom of it. At least mine is. If you don't pay the balance off in full and you make the minimum payment, it's going to cost you X. So your credit
card. It was
card
prevalent in the commercial loan industry, and it's still done. It was brought into residential financing by Countrywide back in the day, and I don't have to tell you where Countrywide is now. And there were a lot of people that sold loans to Countrywide. There was a huge Countrywide loan branch here, and they're located in downtown, that sold a lot of loans to Countrywide.
Those people generally lost their homes. 248-539-9797. The other part of that transaction is, of course, the 20% home equity loan. The idea was that you would take your extra money that you weren't putting towards principal and pay down your second mortgage. So when the term came due, you would only have the first lien and you would have a better equity position.
Okay.
Folks, it's too complicated for most families. Again,
Brian,
you have to learn.
Work out?
Well, I mean, really, I remember that product. And the 80-20, no matter what it was the old adage that, hey, the house is going to go up in value and then we're going to roll the two together. And that was the stale rap that was pitched to the, and when that didn't happen, the house of cards.
Hey, your house is always going to go up in value. Two misnomers that when it goes from
the calendar
December 31st to January 1st. Two things in life.
I know where he's going. I love it.
Go ahead. You ready? One, your house is going to go up in value. That's number one. And number two is I deserve a raise.
It's another year, man.
Every year, everybody gets a raise. Where are you guaranteed that your house is going up in value and that you deserve a raise? Please tell me.
Have you guys seen the previews for The Big Short yet?
I can't
The
wait to go see it.
I'm going to see it tonight. That could be it.
I read the book years ago.
Yeah.
And wait till that movie comes out and our listeners will go see the movie. We're going to get throttled.
I hope so. I want the calls.
I mean, it's true. Your house is going to go up in value. I mean,
The
Let me throw the
NFL
number out
movie
there.
maybe will trump us in terms of making us look bad. The NFL will look worse.
thank you. Hopefully that overshadows it.
Let me throw our number here so they can get in touch with us. 248-539-9797. We're up here till 10 o'clock. We're up against a break. Again, tons to get to. We're going to talk about refinancing, home purchasing. 2016 is shaping up to be a great year. When we come back, we'll tell you how to take part of it.
Turn right in 0.3 miles. Route changed. Route changed. Recalculating route.
Because holiday traffic. Whatever the reason, Massage Envy can help you manage the side effects of this wonderful thing we call living. Give the gift of total body care and get a free massage or facial service with a minimum gift card purchase. Because everything. Not valid online. See locations for details.
Today, patients in Michigan have access to a new standard of medicine. 3 healthcare systems have become one, creating breakthroughs in the patient experience. Today, 8 hospitals and more than 160 outpatient sites are transforming healthcare technology and affordability. 35,000 employees, nearly 5,000 physicians are redefining compassionate, extraordinary care. The future of healthcare is today. This is Beaumont Health.
Hi, this is Gary Morawski from Flame Heating and Cooling. Did you know Flame partnered with Bryant services more homes in Michigan than any other heating and cooling company? When you need an emergency repair or replacement furnace, call Flame. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help service your home. Call 888-234-2340 now to get your furnace inspected for only $99. That's 888-234-2340. Flame, partnered with Bryant, whatever it takes. Call Flame Heating and Cooling at 888-234-2340.
Looking for more out of your career? Jumpstart your career at Wayne County Community College District. Area employers are seeking skilled and experienced job candidates in areas such as information technology, advanced manufacturing, digital design, healthcare, and automotive technology. And with more than 115 career programs, WCCCD provides real-world training and connections to employers you need to fast-track your career advancement. Visit WCCCD.edu and get started today.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now, you can try Listen Clear absolutely free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-700-5105. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-700-5105. That's 1-800-700-5105. 1-800-700-5105.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Chevrolet and the Detroit Red Wings, a dream team. Chevrolet is now the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings. Meet the 97 Won the Ticket Street Team by the Gordie Howe statue on the Joe Louis Arena concourse before the Wings Sabres game Monday and register to win tickets to an upcoming Red Wings home game.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Fred. Red Wings point streak goes to 13 games. However, they blow a 2-goal third-period lead and fall in overtime to New Jersey 3-2. Their record in that 13-game point streak, 8-0-5. Andre Drummond, 18 points, 16 rebounds. Pistons over the Sixers on the road, 107-95. Michigan guard Spike Albrecht has called it a career after offseason hip surgery limited his effectiveness. Michigan and Delaware State today, 12 noon at the Chrysler Center. Hear it on AM 950 WWJ. Number one, Michigan State hosting Florida today at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, Golden State, they go to 24-0. Stephen Curry delivers 38 points. They win 124-119 in double overtime at Boston. Ohio State hires former Tampa Bay Bucks and Rutgers coach Greg Schiano as co-defensive coordinator. Free agent outfielder Jason Hayward and the Cubs agreed to an 8-year, $184 million deal. For the 1-800 Call Sam Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here.
All righty, welcome back to the show. 9:31. We're going to broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's our last version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show, but you can catch us at Capital Mortgage all week long, all day long, all the time at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker, or here live in the studio at 248-539-9797. We talked a little bit about purchases so far. We're going to get back into it. Refinancing, of course, is still an unbelievable financial tool. If you bought a house in the last few years, you probably have a lot more equity, which means you can maybe switch your program or reduce the term. So a lot of things you can learn. What we're realizing is that many families that did obtain mortgages, not with Capital Mortgage, don't have that knowledge that they need behind them. So be sure to call the experts at Capital. That's where everyone refers you to. And if they haven't, 1-800-LOW-RATE, you're going to save a ton of money. Let's go out to some calls to start things off again. We got Brian out in Trenton. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to our show.
Hey, good morning. Great show, guys.
Thanks, man. Good morning, sir.
All right, I'm in a dilemma right now. I own two homes in Trenton. One of them is a primary residence, and the other one is a rental. Recently, my renters moved out, so I'm in the process of fixing the house up. And it's a nice little bungalow in Trenton, okay? What I want to do is I want to sell the rental. What I can't do, though, is sell it outright because I have a conventional loan of $109 plus a interest-only refi for $38. So together, I'd probably have to sell the house for $160.
Right.
I went through a bankruptcy about 7 years, and that's falling off my record in the next few months, which is a good thing. So I want to refinance my current residence, pull it out of the FHA, and move it into a conventional. My question is, will the banks allow me to transfer debt from the rental, the $38,000 home equity, to my primary residence so I can sell the rental and possibly make a little bit more money on it, or at least break even?
If you've got the equity in your primary, you can pay off the second lien on the rental, yes. But you can't really transfer a debt. You can't take one lien from property B and move it to property A.
Okay, but you can't do that. Huh?
No, but if there's equity in your current home that you live in, you can pay off or pay down that second mortgage on your rental and sell it that way.
Okay, so that's really the only option I have then.
Well, so your primary residence right now that you live in, what's the balance on that one? Not the rental.
Like $188.
And what's it worth?
Probably about $240.
Oh, so you've got a little bit of equity in there. I mean, you could take some cash out of that. I mean, if you stick with FHA with 85% of the appraised value on a cash out transaction, maybe throw down a little bit on that second on the rental. Are you making money on the rental in Trenton?
I was until they moved out. But like, I'm either gonna rent it out again, or do a rent to own, or just try to outright sell it. It's hard finding the right person. You know, I'm sure you guys are aware of.
Bro, trust me. I know about finding tenants. I promise you. Yeah, definitely.
They all look good on paper until you get them in there.
I understand that. They think they're staying at the Townsend. You know, a light bulb goes out, and they're like, can you come fix it? Yeah, you're like, go to Walgreens and buy a light bulb then, dude. Don't call me to fix it.
Exactly.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt, but I mean, if you could maybe get a property management company in there to manage that for you, your rental. Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to tell you to sell them, and I'm a huge fan of owning real estate. I think it's a great balance in your portfolio. So I mean, I hate to tell you, to take equity out of your primary and pay off that second on the rental. Let me come after the show and put you in touch with some like the guys that I use. I use Skyward Real Estate. They manage my rentals for me. And they're really good, and they take you out of the loop entirely, and I just get like a direct deposit once a month, and there's a breakdown of like, whatever, the air conditioner was fixed, the furnace was fixed, and it cost $100, and this is your net every month. So it's
because I get tired of dealing with some of the people and, hearing their sob stories, and they get you in the heart, and then you're like, okay, you can be late, or okay, well, keep $100 out of the rent because you got to put food, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore.
And then once that starts, it's a slippery slope because you're going to do it every time, and it just puts them further and further behind on the rent.
Yeah, and I mean, we all try to, be nice to one another, but I don't like being taken advantage of.
Agreed.
That's how it starts.
Well said, Brian.
That's slippery slope. Brian, thanks for listening. Merry Christmas, buddy. I'll call you for the show.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank
You
you
too.
very much.
Thanks, dude. See you, man.
Real good stuff there. 248-539-9797. Hopefully we can shed some light on a situation. Again, it's not always the easiest to become a landlord. Alex, you sort of, point that out to many people out there. Talk about refinancing, but I want to get right back into that. We talk about saving money all the time, reducing your interest rate, the term. Brian, the tool out there is reverse mortgages. It's for 62 and older folks. We had you on earlier. There were some folks that called up and had a bad taste in their mouth. The one thing we know is you and I have gone over all these myths, and there's a new article that I actually brought to you from the Washington Post, I think it was last week, talking about it. It's a great product. It's a great product for seniors. It's a cash flow product. It helps your mom and dad or the elderly people, the people in our lives that we care about. It keeps them in the home. I mean, there is tons of reasons why this product makes sense.
Aging in place. I mean, that's the big thing now, aging in place. The cost of long-term care at either assisted living or nursing is so through the roof. The comfort factor of aging in place. This product now kind of goes hand in hand with that. And there's a lot of real-life applications that can be used for this, that this product is used for. Extending Social Security out to 70 years so that you're not taking out early. Buying a second property with your equity. You're talking right there. So you take the equity out and buying a second property in Florida for a vacation. Now you have two homes that you can live in that don't have a mortgage payment on it. Obviously increasing your monthly cash flow. Paying for long-term care insurance. There's a lot of product. There's a lot of reasons to use the product. There's a lot of questions for people to have. Call a reverse mortgage guy. Find out if any of those scenarios that you're looking to do, if the reverse mortgage can facilitate that need. That is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I like
what can it do for you? Every situation is going to be different. Whether you're a person that needs to pay off your mortgage so that you don't have a monthly mortgage payment anymore to increase your cash flow. There's not a lot of pensions out there anymore. People are living on Social Security and their portfolio. The portfolio is a risky thing to live on.
Once we dispel, once you go through it and dispel all the myths about the product, look, your family can still sell the house if there's equity. You can buy back the house. There's all of these things. We can answer all of your questions on it. Again, if your folks are having a little trouble making ends meet, again, as Brian mentioned, Social Security, sometimes if you take it out early, you miss out on a 30 to 40% increase if you wait till the age of 70. There's lots of reasons, and I love the idea that many of our families have to take care of the elder care as we get older. It is very, very expensive.
And one of the things that you said there, that is one thing that I'll have contention with. It's not if you're having troubles making ends meet. It's a retirement tool. You take it out to balance your portfolio. You take it out to maximize the money that you have liquid that you can use.
It used to be, Brian, as you said, it used to be the loan of last resort. So, Harvey, it's not that mindset anymore. Right now, it's to balance your portfolio out. It's for people that they're not having a hard time, but it's a financial tool that they can use as they're getting older.
Right.
Okay? Because you don't have the same needs.
One of the situations, and I think the last one I ever was, a long time ago, was an elderly woman that, and she had to have 24/7 care, in her house. It was running, her son and daughter-in-law. It's like $3,000 a month. I mean, that's a ton. That's a lot of money. And and they called me and said, what can we do? And we were able to get her the cash out, and to pay for it. And then the son and daughter-in-law were like, we don't care about the house. We don't want the house. We just want my mom to be comfortable.
Well, when you listen, your world changes when you have somebody in your family go through health issues.
Yeah,
their world changes in the blink of an eye, and this product can certainly smooth that out and help out with that.
All right, we got some open lines here. 248-539-9797. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us at Capital all week long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Get that approval letter in hand.
But also, Brian, talk about the loan to value, what houses have to appraise for, and what the maximum you can borrow based on an appraisal is.
The formula that you go about it is your age minus about 11. So that means if you're 80 years old, you normally can get out about 69% of what your home appraises for. Now, that doesn't mean that now that the product is safeguarded, that doesn't mean that you're going to take 69% out right out of the gate, because it's a lot better product if you only take 30% out and then put the rest in a line of credit that you can draw from down the line. That's where you can do it to where the fees are basically the same as, in that situation, the fees are basically the same as a regular mortgage.
Okay.
So the myth that they're so costly are only when you're really kind of extending out the, kind of pushing it out to where you're going to the max of what you can get out. That's when they do get a little bit costly. But if you're doing it as a retirement tool, it's almost the same amount as if you're taking out an FHA loan.
And also, unlike in years gone by, 8, 9, 10 years ago, there's a lot of counseling, there's classes, there's things that people have to go through. So why don't you explain that?
Your first step before you're actually allowed to take application, you can come in and you wouldn't be able to talk to me, and I could basically show you how the product works, tell you how it would benefit you. Then you make the decision that you want to go forward with it. It stops then. You then have to go to a third party and get counseling, where it's usually about a half hour to 45-minute phone call, to where they're basically, it's a safeguard that they're saying, okay, this, you realize what you're doing.
This is what's going to happen.
And then at that time, then I have to wait until that certificate is given to me from the third party, from the government, that says they have gone through the counseling. At that time, you can take application. So there's so much involved in the educating of the consumer that by the time they get to the where there's no surprising. There's no surprises.
Right.
Everything that is out has been discussed 2 to 3 times over by 2 to 3 different people. So.
And also the difference is, in our place, in our shop, at our mortgage bank, Brian is the only person that is certified to do reverse mortgages, which means he's had the training, he's gone to the classes, we've certified him as a reverse mortgage planner. And we just don't let anybody do them. Brian is the guy.
Get with the professionals as always. 248-539-9797. We're going to be right back.
It's getting cold, so it's a good thing Buffalo Wild Wings is adding hot new menu items like the Buffalo Mac and Cheese. It's got all the flavors you love. Crispy buffalo chicken and mac, made with rich, creamy cheddar cheese. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Did you know you can be more comfortable this winter by saving money? More energy efficiency means more comfort. Sophia from DTE Energy is going to tell us how. Hey, Sophia.
Hello.
So tell me some good tips.
Well, drafts in the winter can make you very uncomfortable. So seal gaps with weather stripping on your windows and doors, and add insulation if it's needed. Together, these can save you about 10% on your energy bill.
I'll take 10% any day.
So would I.
What else you got for me?
You can use a programmable thermostat to set the temperature to 68 degrees or even lower at night. Did you know most people sleep better in a cooler room?
I did, because my wife steals all the covers.
I do too.
Shame on you. What other tips you have?
Use foil tape to seal joints or gaps in your ductwork to avoid losing 10 to 20% of your forced air heat to the attic or crawl space.
Well, that should keep me nice and snug.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to find out even more ways to stay snug this winter, go to dteenergy.com/saveenergy for tips and do-it-yourself videos.
So there you have it, folks. Be comfortable and enjoy saving. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Still don't have health insurance? What are you waiting for? People right here in Michigan saved an average of $273 a month on their health insurance premiums. $273 a month. You can find out how much your discount could be at a free sign-up event sponsored by Humana. Friday, December 11th and Saturday, December 12th, noon to 7 at the Fairlane Town Center Mall in Dearborn. Licensed agents will be on staff to help you find out just how big your discount could be and help you get the best plan for you. Join Humana for this free sign-up event Friday, December 11th and Saturday, December 12th from noon to 7 at the Fairlane Town Center Mall. Don't wait. The deadline to sign up and have health coverage beginning January 1st is December 15th. Visit humanahelps.com to learn more or find a licensed Humana agent today. That's humanahelps.com. Offered by Humana Medical Plan of Michigan Incorporated or insured by Humana Insurance Company. Cited source cms.gov.
Attention shoppers, with discounts of up to 65% store-wide and no interest for up to 5 years, ABC Warehouse is the place to save and save big. Now through Saturday, get an LED 1080p 55-inch TV for just $398 or a stainless steel French door refrigerator for only $987. ABC Warehouse has the best deals and great gift ideas for everyone on your list. See the entire sale ad at abcwarehouse.com. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. Attention shoppers, get to ABC Warehouse and get the best holiday deals guaranteed on appliances, TVs, furniture, mattresses, and more. There are doorbusters in every department, like a Beauty Sleep by Simmons plush queen mattress set for only $4.97, or an over-the-range microwave oven closeout price at just $97. Don't miss the store-wide savings of up to 65% off and no interest for up to 5 years. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
For Red Wings forward Drew Miller, hockey is in his blood. In fact, it's a family affair. Raised in East Lansing, he's one of 10 members of the Miller family who starred at Michigan State, including brother Ryan, an NHL goalie. But for all the Miller family has accomplished in hockey, Drew has made his own mark. Because his name is on the Stanley Cup.
See the story continue Monday, December 14th as the Red Wings take on the Sabres. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com.
Lions, Rams. Kickoff is tomorrow at 1 on Lions Radio.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. That's right. We're just wrapping up our 15th year here, and we are coming back. We'll be back on the radio with you January 9th of 2016. Want to wish all of our vendors a happy holiday season, all the real estate agents, our callers, our listeners who have supported us over the years. A quick shout out to you and a thank you for supporting us. And again, we will be back giving you information. If your friends or families need financing in the mortgage world, if you're currently a homeowner, be sure to call Capital Mortgage or get in touch with us. You're going to save a ton of money and deal with real professionals. Let's go out to some of the calls here. We've got Greg, who's been on hold from Rochester Hills. Hey, Greg, good morning. Welcome to our show.
Greg, what's up, man? Greg.
Oh, hey, Greg, you got the radio on. You know the
Greg,
rules.
put you back on hold, buddy. Hang on.
There you go. Hey, let's roll out to Carlton. Hey, Joseph out in Carlton. Good morning. Welcome to our show, sir.
Good morning.
Good. What's up, man?
I was asking if I have a adjustable rate mortgage on a manufactured home condominium, whether those type of mortgages are able to be refinanced.
It's possible. You mentioned two different types of properties. Is it a manufactured home or is it a condominium?
It's both. It's a little bit unusual. So the land and the house are tied together. So
That's a good thing.
I couldn't move the house. I could sell the house and the property together.
Okay, but it's one of those. It's like one of those homes they assemble in a factory and then put on a lot. It's not. It doesn't have axles, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but you could do that.
It does have axles underneath it if they had to move it, because that's how these all are. But this one can't be moved legally.
Well, it's a refinance under a manufactured home guideline.
Yeah, I mean, I have a product for that. It's a lot of action. There's a lot of work that goes into those. What's the current balance on that mortgage, sir?
95.
And what do you think it's worth?
Well, I couldn't tell you because the housing market. This isn't good for this type of unit.
Well, I mean, you have to have some equity. It's probably got to be worth about $120,000 to do something.
Okay, so that's give me a reference point.
Yeah, let me do this, man. Let me call after the show, and we'll look at it. We'll see what the value is.
Mm-hmm.
And if it makes sense, we'll do it. If not, you'll just stay put.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for listening to the show.
Buddy.
That's simple. 248-539-9797. We always talk about purchasing and refinancing. Look, if you're going to purchase a house in 2016, if that's your family's goals, I mean, it sounds like a nice goal, get your family's financials in order. I mean, again, do you need to reestablish credit? Do you have some blemishes on your credit? Do you want to increase your credit score? Call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We can run your credit report. Then we have the software to help you increase your credit scores. That will reduce your PMI if you have to pay that. Also give you a better interest rate. Again, you do get a better mortgage with better credit scores. That makes sense. Also, how many families out there need to pay off your land contract? Give us a call. Let's get that in check right now. So many families over the last several years had financial troubles. Alex, as you know, people were walking away from their homes. The housing market was in trouble. They were losing their job. Hey, those families are coming back and buying houses now. Call Capital Mortgage. Call us here on the show. We'll show you how to get it done. All right, let's roll out again to Greg in Rochester Hills. Greg, you better not have that radio on. You know the rules.
My bad.
That's okay. No worries, buddy. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, man.
Good. Quick question for you. My fiance, her father is elderly. He's in his late 80s, early 90s, and is currently on hospice. He does own a home up in Traverse City, and we are about $5,000 to $6,000 behind on the taxes up there. We have approximately 2 to 3 months to get those paid off. She is the executor of his estate and, I guess, power of attorney as far as his real estate and everything else goes. My question is, how do we get the home transferred over into her name, because he does have bouts of dementia and Alzheimer's?
Is there a mortgage on the property, Greg?
No, it's
Okay.
completely paid off.
So you want to do what's called a quit claim deed. You can deed it from him to your wife, and it's a pretty simple process. You got to get those taxes paid though, man, because what's going to happen is someone's going to buy that debt and take the house.
Hey, Greg, are there any other siblings involved other than your fiance?
There is one. She does have a brother, but he wants basically nothing to do with the place. He hasn't even been up there in 15 years.
Yeah, he only wants nothing to do with it until the money shows up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably. You're probably correct there.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that you could quit claim it, okay? And it could be in, but if she has signed power of attorney, I would get a probate attorney involved in this and do it the right way, because the last thing you want is her brother coming back on you on the estate.
Right.
God forbid something
we've been
happens
paying
to
for basically everything to maintain the home.
Yeah, well.
And we, what we were considering doing, and tell me if this is the correct way to do it, but would be to get the place into her name and then pull a small mortgage out on it to get those taxes paid.
Yeah, but here's the deal. There's always one person in the family that takes care of the estate. And then the other siblings always say, well, we don't want anything to do with it. And then the money starts
comes up.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So I would tell you, and I'm not an attorney, I don't play one on the radio.
You love attorneys, though.
I love attorneys. I would tell you have to have an attorney involved, and they can instruct you to do this the right way. They'll pull the sibling in, and then let the sibling tell the attorney and sign off everything that they don't want everything to do with the deal. And start there. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, good. Because you don't want problems down the road. But the first thing you have to do is somehow, the taxes are going to have to be paid. Now, you can put that on your side of the ledger to get paid back. Your fiance can put that on her side of the ledger so the estate pays her back.
Okay.
And it's probably later rather than sooner. Yeah. But the bottom line is that you should hook up with a probate attorney, and see what's going on.
Yep. You guys will have an interest. You'll take over that house and do that quick claim deed. We'll follow up with you, Greg, to make sure you get the right people involved. Again, we'll try to call you for the show.
If you need a couple names, we'll give you a couple names.
There you go.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg. Merry Christmas.
Alrighty. Time for a few more calls. 248-539-9797. We always like to hear from you. Let's move out to Lisa in Grass Lake. Good morning, Lisa. You're live on the show.
Hello. I was looking for some advice, as I told your call screener. Between what I still owe on my house and credit card, I owe $155. I am in a low 3% mortgage, and I'm looking because I had my cards on 0%. I'm looking for something now since they are not. Advice on should I refinance the house and roll the debt?
What's the house worth? What's the house worth, Lisa?
I'm hoping between 185 and 90, depending on the appraiser, I suppose.
Yes.
Maybe only 180.
How much credit card debt is there?
21,000.
So we got 50 and 21. So we got 71,000. There's not a ton of equity in the property.
No.
How about a small second mortgage? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, I don't know anything about that. So that's what I was.
Here's the thing. I mean, once those credit cards that goes from 0% to 29.99, because the interest is retroactive from the beginning of time if you don't pay it off in the set period.
Right.
I mean, I'd look at a small second to consolidate that credit card debt. Take a second mortgage. I think you're at a good rate on the first. Maybe take a small second morttage for $21,000.
Yeah, it's a nice write-off too.
But Lisa, here's the thing. We were talking earlier in the show. You have to set a plan, a monthly budget, and say, listen, Lisa, I'm going to pay whatever $400 a month every month on this second mortgage and pay this off. No more credit cards.
Yes.
So
and I was telling the screener, I had been so far ahead on the house payment that I had 2 months of principal-only payment because I've been doing the, extra.
Oh, good. Yeah, so you're diligent and responsible. You just had a couple, some credit cards, some things come up, and you got a little bit of debt. It's not a big deal.
Okay. I'll look into that.
Yeah, I'll call you after the show and put you on the right track, and then we'll go from there.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for the call, Lisa. We are getting close, guys, to wrapping up our 2015
What am I
year.
going to do every Saturday for the next 3 weeks?
Hey, let me throw this out there
I
real
can't
quick.
tell you, I'm waiting for 2015 to get wrapped up. I need 2016 to get here. Trust me.
You and me both.
Hey, gentlemen, my quick reminder of families out there, take care of yourself. Call Capital Mortgage Funding. Again, there's a lot of bad players that are reemerging, people that I thought were ripping off people years ago. I'm hearing that they're back in the mortgage industry. Be careful. Get professional advice. Only deal with professionals. Look, the professionals recommend Capital Mortgage. At least put us on your list to call in 2016 to save money, whether refinancing or purchasing. Gentlemen, I'll leave the rest up to you guys.
Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday
Happy
season.
holidays.
Good health. That's the most important
You
thing.
can always email us at mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com.
All right, we'll see you guys all on January 9th. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket all day long.
Proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1981, Schrodex Polish and European Delicatessen has offered the finest Polish food around. Located at 9601 Joseph Campo in Hamtramck, Rodney Schrodek and his family make everything fresh. Schrodex offers 40 different varieties of pierogi, from the traditional potato, kraut, and cheese to unique flavors like Coney Island, Philly cheesesteak, pizza, and even a breakfast pierogi. Schrodex features a wide variety of fresh sausages and smoked meats, plus homemade soups, stuffed cabbage, ready-to-serve dinners, and tasty desserts. Schrodex also features Dearborn ham. Order yours for the holidays and check out their full menu at Schrodek.com. SRODEK.com. Schrodex, open 7 days a week. Call 313-871-8080. Look for the new Schrodex featuring 16,000 square feet of Polish delights, opening soon in 2016 on Mound Road in Sterling Heights. Carrying on great Polish traditions since Schrodek's original recipe days. Ship some Polish food to your loved ones anywhere in the U.S. Go to Schrodek.com. It's worth the trip to Schrodex in Hamtramck. Call 313-871-8080.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-400-4387.